Hey, it is Gary Carpenter here with Master Real Estate Academy, and I wanted to jump on here and record some information about generating 2 to 8 introductions a week. I think if you gamify your business a little bit and kind of set a little bit of a challenge for yourself and a goal through this process that I'm going to share with you, I think that you're going to be well. If you do it, you're going to be excited with the actual results that you're going to get from it. So let's jump in. The first thing is, the 4 C's to a breakthrough process. So the first C that's in this process is commitment. So commitment's the first mindset that you have to have, basically, to have a breakthrough. Your commitment is to growing yourself, and growing your business is the most important thing of all. In many ways, it's already been demonstrated by making the commitment to sign up for the production program or possibly coaching with me. So number one is commitment. Number two is courage. So basically having the courage to throwing your whole heart into the commitment, no matter what the fear is. And with courage, in the face of fear, eventually fear fades and you become fearless. But every time you make a commitment, you have to find the courage to act in the face of fear. When making phone calls, which is a little scary in the beginning, it is never easy to start. So you are going to need to have courage, and you're also going to need to know your big why. I've shot a couple other videos about vision board, kind of going through that process of really understanding why you're doing this in the first place. And making phone calls in the beginning, just the thought of it is kind of the ick of business. But I think once you jump into it, especially calling people that you're going to find that it's actually an enjoyable activity. So the third C in this process is capability, right? So capability is a skill, and you're going to learn several new skills through the process of working with me. So you're going to sharpen some old ones, and when you get to this new level of capability, we start to experience the fourth C, which is confidence, right? So confidence only comes after you commit courageously, move forward through your fears, and then what starts to appear is a new capability, which produces a new level of confidence after you experience the breakthrough. Confidence is what gives you the ability to commit to even bigger breakthroughs and experience even greater sense of confidence. So if you've been in classes with me and stuff like that, you've heard me talk about kind of four stages, right? So when you first, start anything, and so using the example of uh, making calling a specific God, what's the word I'm looking for? You want to create this as a habit within your business on a weekly basis, not only on the phone, but face to face. And when you're meeting with people at an open house, when you're going to a party and stuff like that. But when you get into this, and the first time of doing anything first, you are unconsciously incompetent, right? You don't know what you don't know, which is kind of a state of bliss if you really look at it, because you just don't know. But when you start doing this, and you start maybe the first week and the second week, and typically when somebody's watching this video, you might be in the second or third week of the production program. You might be in the first month of working with me in the coaching program. But when you start to make calls consistently, you start to notice the second stage, which is becoming consciously incompetent, right? You don't know, you know what you don't know. Okay. And so that creates a little bit of frustration through the process. But if you stick with it, and you don't necessarily, they always say practice makes perfect, which is not true. Perfect practice makes perfect. So if you're doing the right things, which I'm going to show you in this video, you're going to find that it's going to get easier, and you're going to have a breakthrough. And then you're going to go to that third stage, which is you're going to be you're going to be consciously competent, right? So you're going to know what to say, you're going to know when to say it, you're going to know how to make the list, you're going to know what kind of, know what to expect a little bit. And then after you do that consistently over time, and I don't know if that's 4 weeks, if that's 8 weeks, or if that's 12 weeks for you, it's a little bit different for everybody. But then you become unconsciously competent. You just know what you know, but you have to have the courage, and also obviously the commitment, then the courage to be able to start and to stay with the process, even if you're not getting the results that you want, which then will then build the capability of doing it, and then confidence will come from that. So anyhow, so hopefully that makes sense. If not, you can always reach out to me and we can talk about it a little bit more, and I can get a little more detail about these 4 steps. So mindset is always everything. So the second mindset that I wanted to talk about here was don't be attached to the outcome. So many times when we do one activity, whether it's we sit down for 90 minutes and we make phone calls and we don't get the outcome that we expect, like I didn't get any introductions, nobody referred me, nobody answered the phone, whatever it is, that's not the point of doing the activity. Is just that you did the 90 minutes. It's that you made the phone calls. It's that you're starting the process. It's the outcome itself, if you're not attached to it, will happen. Okay. So it's learning to live by the get by giving philosophy is also goes along with this mindset. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a list of 40 to 60 people. Okay. So 40 to 60 people, people that are in your close sphere, mom, dad, brothers, sister, friends, close neighbors, coworkers. If you're working in another job, whatever it is, you're going to make a list of all those people. Okay. And then you're going to make a game of it. Right. And the game of the whole thing is just that you're just going to call and connect. Right. Don't be attached to a referral, some type of business, or what you think you should be getting out of it. Okay. Just call with the main focus of that I'm here to help any way that I can, but you're also going to have a step-by-step process that you're going to follow as well. So you want to make sure you're kind of, checking some boxes off here. So who to call first? So the concept of weaker the tie, right? So so a lot of times when we make phone calls, we want to call the people that we know the most, right? People maybe we're hanging out with, we see them on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, family members closest to us, brothers, sisters. The weaker the tie you have, the higher and the better the opportunity that you're going to connect with them. First of all, they don't know you from the past for the most part. And also, too, is that if you don't know them that well, you don't know their connections that well. So this creates a little bit higher level of opportunity for you. And then the calling system itself. So you're going to make a list of 40 to 60 people. You're going to schedule the time in your schedule. I would schedule 90 minutes at a time. And then you're going to call, text, and note card, right? That's the closed loop system, right? You're going to make the phone call. We're going to talk about if you get a voicemail, what you're going to do. But you're going to have the conversation. Once you're done having the conversation, and I'm going to go through the conversation step by step with you, not so much a script, but more so kind of just some things that you want to accomplish while you're on the call. And then once you're done with the call and you hang up, you're going to send them a text message. I'm going to give you exactly what you should be texting them. And then you're going to handwrite a note card, stick a stamp on it, and then send that in the mail. That's kind of the closed loop. And what it's going to do is that you may not get introductions on the phone call. You may get it just by, again, you're turning on that reticular activator with them, that filtering system that, hey, I need introductions. Gary needs introductions. So when they're out, talking with their family, doing their thing, then what's going to happen is that your name, if they mention real estate or something in regards to that, your name is hopefully going to come up and they're going to shoot you a text message. So, all right. So the next one is voicemail. So again, mindset. It's a good sign that you're getting a voicemail, right? They're not ready to hear your voice yet. Maybe you weren't ready to talk to them yet. Maybe you're like, they get the voicemail and you're like, okay. But you're going to want to leave a voicemail, but you don't want to leave like the exact reason why you're calling. Okay. So here's, you want to be positive, upbeat when you're leaving this voicemail, right? So Bob, Gary Carpenter here. I'll call you back. I'm really excited to talk to you. Click, you hang up, right? Then you go to the next call and you go to the next call and you go to the next call. But this is the first voicemail that you leave. Now, believe it or not, you're not just going to leave one voicemail. So the first day you go through your 40 to 60 people, okay, and you're leaving voicemails and you're having conversations, then the next day you're looking at that list of 40 to 60 people, and it's like, okay, well, who did I not connect with? Okay. So the next voicemail that you're going to leave, it's going to be something like, again, positive, upbeat. Bob, Gary, I will keep on trying until I get a hold of you. Have a great day. Click, right? And then, so now we're in day 2 on this. We've left them a voicemail. So now we're going to continue to call the people now that we left voicemails for. And if we're going to leave them the second voicemail, we're going to leave them the second voicemail. Maybe we've scheduled a phone call for today because we were talking, connecting with somebody on the line before. And you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the other thing to expect on this is that as you're leaving voicemails, you may get text messages back, and it's okay to text them back. But what you want to try and do is you want to try and schedule a call with them within this week. Okay. And the time that I'm shooting this video, obviously it's the holidays. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about. That's how we're going to connect a little bit. Okay. So now the third voicemail is, hey, Bob, Gary here. I'm so grateful to hear your voice again. Listen, I'm going to keep calling until I talk to you. Have a great day. That's it. Now you just have to have faith in the process. Okay. So there's 3 voicemails that you've left. Now, what about the fourth one? Right. Again, this is a little gutsy, but for me on the fourth, and I don't have this in a slide, but what I would do is like, hey, Bob, this is Gary again. I've tried, a few times to reach you. Maybe I've shot him a text message, whatever. I've shot you a text message. I've left you a couple voicemails. I'm hoping that everything's okay. I'm hoping I didn't say anything or do something to upset you. But if you could, please give me a call so that I can at least apologize if I did upset you. Thanks a lot. Make it a great day. That's what I would leave. That's a little gutsy, but it works for the most part. A lot of times they will call you back right away. So now, once you do connect with them, kind of the idea is the first step is to connect. Okay. So connect over what? Hey, Bob, it's Gary Carpenter. Bob's going to say, hey, Gary, what can I do for you? You're going to say, hey, I've not talked to you in a while and wanted to reach out and see how you're doing, how the family's doing. What are you guys doing over the holidays? And when you're in this point of anything, this could be face to face and you're on the appointment at the listing appointment. This could be that you're at a party and you're talking with them. You want to be more interesting or more interested. Ooh, I got to get that right. More interested in them than interesting. So it's not about you. It's not about you talking, even though you're going to interact and you're going to exchange dialogue with each other. You want to make sure that you're keeping the focus on them. Okay. And you want to connect. And once you do connect, then the idea of the next step is the ask, right? So, you've connected with them and you say something to the effect and say, hey, Bob, the other reason why I was calling you was, I'm expanding my business going into 2023 and I could use your help. You're one of the more influential people in my life. If you knew somebody in the next couple of weeks that possibly was looking to buy or sell in the springtime, would you feel comfortable in introducing me to the people you care about? The only thing you're looking to get here is not an introduction. That's the mindset. You can't be attached to this. You can't even be attached to a no on this. You're just asking a question. You have no attachment to what's going to get back. Now, obviously, do you want a yes on this? If you feel comfortable in introducing me to the other people you care about, yes, I would love. Just Don't be attached to it. Wait for the answer that you get back. You're going to pause once you answer this question, because you want to give them an opportunity. Because for the most part, when you're calling people that you know, even people that you are acquaintances with, for the most part, they're going to say yes. Or they may say something, well, you know what? We would love to introduce you. We'd love to introduce you to other people. However, my sister's got her real estate license. My brother's got. So this is a good thing too, because you're also finding people that you're not going to start to connect with over time. Okay. So that's a good thing as well. So getting rid of people out of your database is also part of this process. So you're going to pause, and then you're going to reassure. So once they do say yes, because eight, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get, well, yes, we would absolutely introduce you. They may say something to the effect of, we always introduce you. We always tell people about you, whatever. So connection's going to say, absolutely, I always refer you. And then you're going to say, well, thank you, Bob. Just so you know that when you introduce me to the people you care about, I will take care of them like family. I will make sure that I'm not pushy, and I will also keep you informed all along the way. All good points. Treat them like family. You're not going to be pushy. You're going to keep them informed. When anybody's referring somebody or introducing somebody new, that is probably their biggest fear. Okay, is that you're going to be pushy, is that you're going to let them down, meaning you're going to make the referral look bad. They're not going to get egg on their face. You may even say, I'll take care of them like family, and I'm going to make sure you don't get egg on your face. And I won't be pushy. I mean, you can add whatever you want here, but in whatever, you feel comfortable with. So, let's see. And the next one. So, step 1, connect. Step 2, ask. Step 3, reassure. And then step 4 is you're going to confirm, right? So hey, Bob, since I do have you on the phone, we are going to be doing some fun events in 2023 in the next year. And I wanted to make sure you and your family are on our guest list. So I wanted to make sure that I have all of your updated information. And this is where you're going to make sure, if you have an address, you're going to confirm it. If you have a phone number, which you're on the phone with them, you're going to confirm it. If you have an email address, confirm the email address or get their current email address. Okay. And then from that standpoint, maybe you're going to get a spouse's phone number. Maybe you're going to get a spouse's email address. And then social media. You're going to want to make sure that you're connected with them on social media, so that when you are doing your social media campaigns and you're posting and stuff like that, that they are actually seeing the activities that you're doing. And then you close it off by saying, thanks a lot. Right now I'm shooting this video the week of Christmas. So you may say, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. Talk to you soon. And that's just confirming it. Okay. So then once you're done on the phone, you hang up, you're going to take your phone and you're going to text them, right? You're going to say, Bob, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with me on the phone. Please feel comfortable giving my time and expertise to people you care about. Okay. That's going to elicit a response back 50% of the time. Right? They're going to say, okay, well, that's great. Have a Merry Christmas. Great connecting with you too. Whatever. They're going to say something back. But what you're doing is you're turning, during this process, you're turning on the reticular activator. Okay. The RAS, the reticular activator system. And then all you're doing is confirming along the way and creating that imprint on their brain as they're going through the holidays, talking with people, going through New Year's. People are talking about what they're going to do in 2023, their big dreams, their goals, their resolutions, all that type of stuff. And home buying process may come up in this. Okay. So the 4 steps of this, and actually, you know what? I didn't have the 1 step, but then you're going to send a note card, right? And the note card essentially is pretty much the same as what you have in the text, right? And so the idea of that is that you talk to them on the phone, you're confirming and kind of putting an exclamation point with the text message to confirm some things, and then you send the note card, which they're going to get 2 days later, right? Which is again then going to keep that reticular activator system on, and then you're going to add them to your marketing system, which if you haven't seen the video on what we teach on the marketing system to become top of mind, you're going to want to watch that video. So, yeah, again, just to recap, with this process of trying to generate 2 to 7, you're going to want to gamify this business. You're going to want to make sure that it's in your schedule. Okay. And this is not something that you're necessarily going to do every week, although it should be something that you're thinking about doing every time you get on the phone. Okay. Because this is a process that you're going to follow. So the first thing is you're going to make a commitment. Okay. The next thing is that once you make a commitment, you're going to muster up the courage to be able to get on the phone, to make that first phone call. And then once you do get the courage to do that, and you find out that you are having good conversation, you're going to get the capabilities, which is then going to build the confidence on this. And the more that you do this consistently over time, I promise you 2 things. Number 1, you will be confident. You will be more confident in scheduling this in, making the phone calls. And number 2 is that you're going to start to see the results over time. But that's the only way that this works. You cannot do this once and think that you're going to get amazing results. You may get some results, but for the most part, you're not going to get amazing results. Although 2 to 8 introductions in a week's time, if you call 40 to 60 people, those aren't bad numbers. Okay. And some of you need those numbers. So again, if you need anything whatsoever, have additional questions, please feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text message. You can shoot me an email. My information's up on the screen there. And again, have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon.